Today we're going to do your border samples. This will go in your little book right after the typography. It'll be something like this. You're going to write all of the different components down. You'll have a handout as well, and we're going to go through each of these together. The first one we're going to do is the magazine sheet. So for the magazine sheet, what I want you to do is go through and find pieces that have color. We don't necessarily want recognizable items. Here's some of the pieces that I chose for this one. Notice they're kind of solid color. There is a little bit here, but you can't really tell what it is. So that's what we're after. I'm going to cut one more piece out of here to make sure I have enough. The borders are going to be about an inch, well, half inch. So remember, a half inch is about the thickness of your finger. That's about what we're going for. So I need enough pieces to go across here, which I do have. I'm going to stack these up together because I want them to be about the same thickness. I'm going to cut the end off there. It's kind of angled. Okay, so I have enough pieces to go across here. For this one, you're just going to glue them down. For all of the other ones, there will be extra paper involved. How I want you to glue these down, I'm only going to glue the first one, but you do glue all of them down. Take one of your pieces, whatever you're going to glue down, and this goes for the rest of your visual journal, because the important thing is you don't want your journal to fall apart when somebody's looking at it. So to make sure you get glue on everything, flip your piece over and glue it down on top of a magazine sheet like that. So then there's glue on every corner. I'm going to slide that over. I can trim off extras later. Okay. I can see where there's glue, so don't put your piece down right there. I might put the next one down over here. And after you have glue on a bunch of this, go ahead and fold that sheet over so you don't get more glue on you. Then you have a whole nother clean spot left. Okay, so I'm going to put this one down here. And one more. And just like before, I can trim off the extra later. I'm going to add one more piece there in a little bit, okay? The next one we have is chalk pastel and a baby wipe. So for this one, you'll need one of the strips of paper. I already started this one for the demo. There's white strips in your tub, or you have them up front as well. What you're going to do is take a baby wipe. There should be some in the tote. And chalk pastels. And there's something in the baby wipe that makes it a traveling agent for paint and chalk pastel. So I'm just going to wipe that on there, whatever color you want, and lightly go over the paper. And it grinds it right into the paper, which is nice because then you don't have to worry about it wiping off on things. Like if you touch it, it's not on your fingers. You would do that for your whole entire thing. Don't do it too much because it will kind of make your paper disintegrate and eventually it'll wear a hole in it. You can cut this piece in half. If you're using it in your visual journal, you could use it for a top and a bottom, and I'll show you some examples when we get ready to use them. You could make this straight, you could make it wavy, you could do a zigzag, it's totally up to you. I might cut this one like this. Okay, and then I would fit it to where I want it to go. And I would glue mine over here because it's on this side. So that's your chalk pastel. The next one is the book page with the oil pastels, and you'll need a Q-tip. The oil pastels we're going to use are right here. These are a water-based, so they blend quite nicely, and also you don't have to worry about it getting on another page. With the oil-based oil pastels, they tend to get on other pages if you use them in a book, so that's why we're not using that for this one. I took one of the book pages and started it already, and I just kind of showed you. So I did a zigzag with this one, and I cut off this end piece because we don't want our pieces too thick. I might even end up trimming some of that off when I go to use it. I started this one with a black, and I don't know where it's at. So I'm going to demonstrate how I did this with a Q-tip and the pastel. You can choose any color you want. I really like the black because it adds a shadow. It kind of has a burnt effect and a little bit of 3D, which is kind of neat, but you can use any color you want. I'm just using this pastel. I'm going along the edge and just giving it a little bit of a line. And then I'll use the Q-tip and I'll kind of buff it. So I'm using a circular motion on there. Like that. And if you want more color, just add a little bit more and do it again. So you can decide how far out you want that to go. Mine doesn't go super far out, okay? Just like that. That's how you do this color. With the oil pastel, you would do the whole thing. And that book page goes right there. And my last one is with the Sharpie. So it's a black and white on your strip of paper. So this one is another strip of paper and Sharpie. You can use any pattern you want. I just went ahead with this one. It's simple, it's easy. You can do this one too if you want to. Literally just doing stripes on the paper. We're gonna cut it apart just like we did the last one. Again, if you were doing it in your journal, you could do a top and bottom. You could do skinny stripes in there, thicker stripes. I did this because it's quick and easy. Again, wavy, zigzag, it's up to you. I might just do the zigzag just because. Okay. So this one will go here. This one goes here. My baby wipe one goes here. I'm going to glue these on and then I'm going to use a pen to outline. I'm going to use my Uniball pen. We used it for the last assignment to outline everything. That just pulls the whole design together no matter what you're doing. So that's what I'm going to do to finish this off. And if you have questions, go ahead and ask.